Is net zero legally binding? When a target is legally binding, it means governments have a statutory obligation to achieve it. Unlike policy objectives that can be revised or abandoned, legal targets are written into legislation and must be supported by credible plans and actions. In the UK, this obligation is rooted in the Climate Change Act 2008, which was strengthened in 2019 when Parliament amended the legislation to require the UK to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050. This transformed decarbonisation from a political goal into a legal requirement. The Climate Change Act establishes a clear accountability framework and is widely regarded as one of the most influential climate laws in the world. Legally binding carbon budgets place 5-year caps on total UK greenhouse gas emissions, and these function as milestones on the route to net zero. This prevents future governments from delaying action until the final years before 2050. The UK's independent advisor and auditor is the Climate Change Committee, which evaluates whether government policies remain sufficient to meet future carbon budgets and the net zero target. This is reviewed through annual progress reports and ongoing analysis. In practice, there are significant legal, financial, and reputational implications when governments fail to demonstrate effective progress. One of the strongest enforcement mechanisms is climate litigation. This is where environmental groups, charities, businesses, and citizens can challenge government decisions through judicial review if they believe climate obligations are not being adequately addressed. There are also substantial economic consequences, including undermining investor confidence and increasing financial risks, as investors increasingly favour authorities with predictable climate policies. Net zero obligations flow through the economy from national governments to individual businesses. Businesses are increasingly expected to measure, monitor, and report emissions using recognised standards such as the Greenhouse Gas Protocol, also known as the GHG Protocol. For example, the NHS has one of the world's most comprehensive healthcare decarbonisation programs. For companies planning long-term investments, net zero is no longer a future consideration. It is a current operational and strategic reality. To conclude, net zero is not a temporary policy preference. In the UK, it is a legally binding commitment backed by the Climate Change Act, carbon budgets, independent oversight, and judicial accountability. These legal obligations are shaping investment decisions, accelerating technological innovation, and driving the transition to a low-carbon economy. For businesses, understanding the legal foundations of net zero is now essential for strategic planning, risk management, and long-term competitiveness. To receive the latest information on renewable technologies, legislation, and best practice, sign up to our free newsletter today through our website or by simply scanning the QR code.